Ugarte fit just come back to his senses because I don't know what man you saw in Ugarte, but if Ugarte fit dey okay, be the normal Dushra wey him be for that place, maybe at least give a better performance like Casemiro first season, better than that one. Then pull back, we all dey dey control them. Mino can be operating in that offensive position. May you know the comeback because him recovery na
Yeah,
Mino kryptonite.
it's not
It's
it's
not his
not
thing.
it's not his strong
And
suit
me,
at
I don't
all.
know how. At least I see recovery to be a problem when you dey old, like as a player. If you are young, 18, 19, to me, I feel at least you should have energy to want to be running. But in the do like chairman, you go bend body like this. When I pass ball, give me. I don't understand, but
No, because the truth of the matter is that
yeah,
not every midfielder, no matter the age, it's a role thing.
it's a role.
Might
No,
not the fact that it's even a role. It could also play down to a system thing.
yeah,
Because truth be told, yeah, in United, particularly in this United team under Eric Ten Hag, one thing we can always point out is that anybody, especially from that second season, even in bits and pieces in the first season, the so-called best season we've had under Eric Ten Hag, that first season, where Casemiro come basically
we don't use to enter man
close
matter.
everything. Yeah, basically we've already switched it up because that's literally the next thing we're talking about now. Manchester United, the performances, the coach, Bruno Fernandes, everybody, you know. Now this table we go table the matter as Egbonsi last week. So, like, in as much as we can say that first season was really good, in bits and pieces in some games, you could still see that anybody that is playing that destroyer role, that role that Casemiro is playing for United, that they brought him to play, that they brought Amrabat to kind of play last season, that they brought Ugarte to play this season. Anybody that plays that role, if you've noticed, they have an ungodly amount of space to cover, which is, in my opinion, it's just wrong. Because the truth of the matter is that if you look at teams like Casemiro, like you look at Madrid when Casemiro was there. You look at teams like Barcelona with Busquets and the likes of them. In as much as everybody wants to play a high line, you want to play an expansive brand of football. You want your fullbacks to invert. You want your you want this person to go wide. You want your nine to link up the play. You want this. You want that. If you are going to do a high press of some sort, a high press basically means that you are moving the lines because football, as you would know, as all of us would know, now game of lines.
Mm-hmm.
Your back line, your midfield, and your forward line.
Line, yeah.
So if your forward line is going to press, a high press or something, clearly, players these days, the game has evolved. Because normally, if you go with a high press, you know that, okay, as three players don't come mark keeper and two players now, nowhere there to pass. But everybody has found a way to hack that thing now, which means that if one line is going, the second line should not be far behind. And the line behind that line should also not be far behind. But then with Eric Ten Hag and his own haphazard tactics, there's a forward line going, and then the midfield line is just like, let us hope that the front line will stop them. And then if they pass them, they are not proactive enough to get there, and then they have enough time to turn. The back line is also high. So what are you not going to do?
See,
It's a big problem because Mainu now is not a defensive midfielder. He is supposed to be doing more or less.
What's the job of Mino in the
That's
team?
what I'm trying to explain
Thank
now.
you.
If I'm going to try and compare Mainu, like what I believe his role should be, he's not the high volume passer. I believe he's like a ball carrier.
Mm-hmm.
He's one that can
It's
carry
like
the ball.
an 8.
Perfect.
Yeah, just
If I'm going to refer him now, I would say what Modric was doing when Cruz was there.
yeah.
Where he's the one that can carry ball, beat two players with a turn,
Yeah.
chop space, and then release pass.
Yeah.
That kind of player.
Yeah.
That's what Menu should be doing.
Yeah.
But because of Eric Ten Hag's tactics and setup, Menu now has one of the highest interceptions in the league.
See, okay, man, let me tell you something about football. I don't know. I know everybody play football, but I don't know the length of where you go. Like, when are they younger? Like, for academy, everybody play the where you start to play, not where you not obviously they play. Majority of players. I started as a striker. I can't play wing where mostly wing. That day I like to the dream. But when I went to a club, When I say they can't ask me where my wing guy dey play. I don't know what that all those 10-7. I don't know what he be mean before. I can't go midfield position. Everybody they laugh. You understand? So, but when I saw me playing the wing, the coach obviously knows say, because he said this guy they good with passing and protecting the ball. You understand? And I don't lose the ball that much. Because you're define your space. Why you waste your time for wing? You understand? Just go middle. Can't drop me for 10. Then there's a guy called Moscow. That guy wicked. We call him the S of our club that time. Now me I ain't be the runner. When you are young as a midfielder, most of these players you have the energy. Even Pedri not be defensive midfielder, but you see Pedri tracking back. I watched you don't need to be taught that.
No, obviously not.
You understand?
No,
so what are they
not at
talking?
all.
I say Mino, his recovery pace off the ball. Once they don't beat the midfield line, he's jogging. You find him jogging. He's not sprinting back to try to the blunder way the midfield don't cause. Make go correct him. At least even if you not catch the person, try run. He's not running, only standing. Because I know say na person where they offensively push ball. But to me, you are 18, I be 17. I don't know how old the day or 19.
Yeah, it's about 18, 19.
You are young, my brother. This are the age for you to feed a run. If you can't run now, when you go run, what you would Bruno said they go back. I don't like the Bruno pattern of play, but if he lose, but Bruno they run. See against Porto yesterday, then one guy one strike, but see the way Bruno mark and carry the ball, turn, cause free kick. The attack there. And what they expect from Mino? But he's young and he's not making runs, and the time is not being wing. What do you mean he's not his wing? He's too young to not be running. If they play like say keyboard, they back.
I'm not saying it's not his wing. I mean, in as much as like players suppose, if the same ball from your player, your teammates, start the run.
And they can't verse. Sorry for interrupting. It's just like Jude. Jude not be defensive midfielder. Jude Bellingham. You understand? It's far from it. But once Madrid they off the ball, the way Jude they run back. There was even a match against Mallorca where they complained to Vini, Mbappe, and Rodrigo. They tell them, they finish off the goal because for him to the run back, they kill him. He was saying it now. But you don't see Mino doing it. That's my problem because you don't expect Bruno to be doing it because Bruno is the creative machine.
Bruno does it all the time.
But in the do but he's not supposed to be doing it. That's what I'm saying.
Bruno does it all the time. Like it's one of the things that one of the things that Bruno has always been doing.
So
he has always been doing.
So if a minor that is how many years old, where he's supposed to get the energy now, Casemiro is the manager is exposing him by the day. He cannot defend for his life anymore. But at least you will be young man. Show say you still get energy to cover up these grounds now. More no say okay, at least the club will overuse you. Or you are, but the guy is still a player. Nice injured, but anyhow it be.
But he was fine. I think he was fine.
He didn't play Porto game.
No, but he was fine. He trained.
Okay.
He trained.
But he didn't come out for Tottenham match.
Yeah, he left Tottenham game, but he trained.
Okay.
The person who is injured at the moment now is Mount.
Yeah, but
Mount got a head injury or something. I don't know.
Mount, Simon leave and not get Mount.
But the main issue in United right now, or the person
I don't know always for this
among the players, among the players, the person who should really be under the microscope right now, obviously, should be the face of the franchise, the captain, Bruno Fernandes. He's been abysmal this season to put it into anything. Like in as much as I'm the biggest Bruno fanboy out there. I mean, the last 2 games, it's just been as if he's taking his ball and gone home. He's just refused to play the way I know Bruno Fernandes should play. Because 2 red cards in 2 games after going 242 games without as much as that is bonkers, to put it quite simply.
And you know what pissed me off about the second red card at Porto was because the same incident he used to collect the first yellow card was the same incident for the second yellow card. Like why we obviously the first one I understand the ball. I know you are desperate to get, but it's still not an excuse.
Like desperate to win as much as you want to shout, you have a winning mentality.
Exactly.
I cannot be 2-0 down and then now we are 3-2. 2-0 up and now we are 3-2 down and okay, then cross ball. I'm trying to get my hand in. No.
Obviously, I know that winning mentality, but sometimes you just need to calm down.
Let's overdo it. Because when he got that red card against Spurs and it was rescinded, which was fair, fair enough. I was thinking that if that red card was not rescinded, at least these 3 games,
I'm not gonna lie.
He would have been able to get his head back into the game, get his groove back, or something.
There's a saying that no matter who the best player is, if they're having a bad game, at least just let them sit down, let them just watch the game from the bench and let them see. The red card Bruno got, I wanted him to be on the bench. I'm not gonna lie. I just wanted to see how Man
because
United can do without Bruno.
because the truth of the matter is that no, I mean it's something I've seen many times. I've seen it many a time. United midfield without Bruno. We saw it last season.
Now,
When
just like based
we
on
saw,
this,
we saw, we,
how
saw, we, saw,
started.
we saw it last
I
season
know
when
we did.
he got the hand injury, and then the club absolutely refused him to play,
I know.
and we lost 4-0 against Palace.
I know.
We've seen a United midfield without Bruno. It's something we've seen a lot of times.
See,
Now,
Bruno
one
play,
thing-
they come.
okay.
Bruno playing that match against Crystal Palace or not, so now they lose that game.
Fair.
That's
Fair
just
enough,
what I
fair
want
enough.
to see. So they
But
change down.
the truth of the matter now is that one thing that Ola had said earlier, because I mean we can't make this club that causes so much misery the main focus of what we are talking about in the world of football. But one thing that Ola has said is that the club could have found somebody to have be doing his job, so that at least we know that there's competition. The truth of the matter is
I
that
think I was thinking.
because I'm thinking in my own honest way of thinking, I believe United had done that.
Yeah,
with the signing of
Mason
Mount
Mount.
last
That's what I was thinking.
That was what I thought.
But if the replacement of
Because
someone is
Mount is not the creative or the volume creator like Bruno, but he has that set piece threat.
Adekam.
It is one thing that he showed in Chelsea.
I'm sorry,
What?
Messi Mount is nowhere. We are talking of a Messi Mount where they chop bench, when they even play well for Chelsea for now sign. Munatina now where they bad state now one call resurrect Messi Mount. If you're Messi Mount of 20, no wait,
That's what
wait.
Did
Not that we
you,
want
See,
did you, did you
see,
hear anything I was saying?
No. What I'm saying is Messi Mount as a character is not even good enough to bring it to Man U. If not the Messi Mount of 2020, 2021, see, when they won the Champions League, when he was one of the best players in the team, right now bring. But we know that he deep form. You understand?
Because
and Man U,
I
you
questioned-
cannot even resurrect anybody now.
I
Nothing the
questioned,
rise for the club.
I questioned that signing, if you remember.
Yes.
I questioned that signing because Messi Mount, even at the time that he was at the peak of his powers or whatever, I didn't like him. I didn't feel there was anything special about the guy. And then they brought him to the club for 60 million.
Chelsea, smart club. They carry the money, back Kopama 45, keep the change, use and go party, go flex.
That's so now.
See, and like I talk, we don't want to waste this whole day talking about United because
Yeah.
the club is dead.
So
But-
there's just so much that needs to be done, and I don't even know where to start from or where to finish. But let's just talk about much better topics that actually make us happy